All right, today we're looking at remainders and everything to do with remainders when we're looking at division. So if I have the division question 2 into 521, okay? 2 goes into 5 twice, which is 4, subtract equals 1, bring down the 2, 2 goes into 12 6 times, which is 12, subtract equals 0, bring down the 1, 2 goes into 1 0 times. All right, I now have remainder 1. Now what I do with that is I bring it up here and I put R1. This is the traditional way to show remainders. However, if you were doing this and I was asking you to do the fraction remainders, you would write it half. Okay, so this denominator, when you're writing for fractions, for remainders, is the same number as what you are dividing by. Because what you've done is you've taken 521 and you've split it into 2 equal groups, right? If I had 2 groups, both of them have to have the exact same amount of things in it. Both of these would have 260 little dots inside of them. I'm not drawing that, it's too much. But both of them have 260, because that is what I've just done. I've just taken 521 and I've split it equally into 2 groups. Now, when I did that, I had 1 left over. I had 1 out here in the boonies that could not be put into either group. Okay? So what I did to make it equal is I took that one thing and I cut it in half, so that half of it went into one group and half of it went into the other. That is what is happening when you are making your division quotient into a mixed number. All right? You are taking everything and splitting it equally, and sometimes splitting it equally means making part of it a fraction. Okay? That is what remainders are, and that's what they look like. So remember that this number, the denominator, is the divisor. It's whatever you're dividing by. And then this is just the remainder that you would have normally had. Let's look at one more. If I have 3 going into 692, 3 goes into 6 twice, which is 6. Take away equals 0. Bring down the 9. 3 goes into 9 3 times, which is 9. Subtract equals 0. Bring down the 2. 3 does not go into 2. So that means I now have a 0 here, because 3 does not go into 2. And again, traditionally, I would have remainder 2. But if I want to make my quotient into a mixed number, I would have 230 and 2/3 in each group. Because again, if I had 3 groups that each have 230, 230, and 230, I would need 2/3 in each group to make my wholes that are left over. Okay, because I have taken 692 and I've split it equally into those 3 groups. And to make it absolutely equal when it has a remainder, I need this inside of it. The difference between this and just saying remainder 2 is if I just say remainder 2, that means in each group there is 230 things with 2 things outside them. 2 things I have not put into the groups. That is the difference between writing them the 2 different ways. That is remainders for division.